Hey guys, welcome to week 20 of math. So, this week we will continue with a very similar format as last week. We will be doing our Zooms on Monday and Tuesday. And so it's math class. That means we'll be meeting at 9:30. So please tune in. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you will be doing various Nearpod activities. Um, what I have found is Nearpod is the best way for me to be able to show that you're actually doing the work. Although we may be doing some games along with some other worksheets just to practice and reinforce the skills that we've been working on. Like I said, that's usually the way it works. Monday and Tuesday is will be the new stuff for the new lessons. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be review of all the other things we've done in the past. However, what I'm finding is that if I'm not using Nearpod, I don't really know if you're doing those games or if you're able to go to those websites and do those worksheets. Putting it through Nearpod, I can at least see that you got into it. So that's what we will be doing this week. As far as Monday and Tuesday's lessons go, when you guys check in with us, we will continue to use those math kits. So please make sure that you bring your measuring cups, you bring the bag of rice that I gave you, along with something to use at your work area um, to kind of contain the rice, to keep it from getting messy. So whether that's a sheet of newspaper, a large, like a cookie sheet, or some kind of large bowl like we were using in class. When you zoomed in, you saw what I had. Um, have that available. It's just going to make it easier for you when you clean up. Now, as far as what we're doing, yes, we'll continue to work with fractions. However, what we're going to be doing is last week we just kind of learned how to use those measuring cups and what those fractions meant. You were introduced to equivalent fractions, and you know that, like I said about the story of losing my 1/2 measuring cup. Um, I still needed to measure, or all the times that I've tried to grab a measuring cup and Gabby has it all gunked up with chocolate from baking or whatever, and she never had a chance to clean it. I still need to be able to measure a 1/2 cup. So we learned that we could use a 4th cup measure to actually equal a 1/2 cup, and we learned that we have to fill that twice in order to get that 1/2 cup. Well, we're going to be doing something similar to that this week, but what we're going to be doing is I'm going to give you a fraction. We're also going to be introduced to a different type of fraction. So we're going to be learning about a mixed fraction. A mixed fraction is when we have a whole number. Remember, a whole number would be any number 1 to whatever, and that shows us that we have a whole. And then beside it would be a fraction. So in that case, when we read that, we will find out that we're actually talking about that whole number will be the number of cups we need. So it could be 1, it could be 5, it could be 10, whatever. And then the fraction, that will help us to figure out which other measuring cups that we have available to us we will use. Now, the trick is, or the tricky part will be that I'm going to have you lose one of your measuring cups. So we're going to have to figure out how we can use our equivalent fractions to eventually um, make the measurement that we are being asked to find. So that's going to be Monday and Tuesday. I think that will just be a fun way to continue to use practical fractions. Again, practical being something that we will use over and over again. So just putting fractions on a worksheet and having to figure out the equivalent fractions, or adding fractions or subtracting fractions, may not always be practical for us, but working in the kitchen, working in the garage or the wood shop, that's where fractions are going to mean the most to us. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday and Tuesday. Please make sure you check your chat. I have already sent you the Zoom link schedule for the week, so you'll be responsible for tuning in on those days. If you have any questions, any problems, maybe you have a schedule conflict, you need to be somewhere on one of those days, please get a hold of me so I can get you some alternate assignment so that you can be involved in a lesson for the day as well as get credit for it. So, all right, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the Zooms very soon. Have a good day.